Hello, it's me again. It's June 6, 2020, and I haven't been posting for a while because I've been working entirely too much, 11 of the last 12 days. But I did get out to go fishing today, and we had a really great result, as well as I did have a chance to go fishing on May 31st, 2020 also. Basically, what I've been doing is following the pike and musky spawn and post spawn in area waterways. Today we have one more footage of a 24-inch pike in the lake that I had been recently surveying for pike spawn and post spawn. I got out in the morning before all the jet skis and water ski people came out and was able to bust one pike, and then promptly 3 or 4 people drove over with their bike boats to see a 24-inch pike as if it was some marvel of the world. And well, all of a sudden it just became a little bit crowded for me to want to continue fishing. Also, I have a picture of a 49.5-inch muskie I just caught today, June 6th, on Lake Chautauqua. And we have measurements of it. We have a scale footage of it at 28.5 pounds. And we have pictures of me holding it, so we'll see that. Also, I want to lead this into something, a discussion on stalking muskie in pike lakes. Is it a good or bad idea? Because that's what is part of the problem that we have in Pennsylvania. I mean, I discussed in a previous post what other states do right, like New York, that we do wrong. But one more thing I didn't include in that is we have a lot of pike lakes. And when you try to turn a pike lake into a musky lake, it doesn't work out. And we're going to discuss later why. But before I talk about that, I want to show you the difference between the musky in New York and the type of pike and musky fishing we generally have in PA. Enjoy. Sit tight. It's coming up next. Okay, we got another Northern Pike here. Fishing inland flood control reservoir from Pennsylvania. This is May 31st. Want to document them. There's a headed 0. The body tail is hitting right there at 24. Again, not a monster, but another one. This is post spawn, and we're going to just get a hold of. It's me. Yeah, and I'm going to go put this thing back because I really don't want to harm the little guy. Ooh, make sure we get him back in water. Now, as we've seen, we've been following the fishing here in western Pennsylvania. Typically in our lakes we have more northern pike than we do muskie. And I'm going to come back and revisit this concept because it becomes key as to why our muskie stalking program is falling short in many of our waterways. In a minute, I'm going to come back to that. I just want to show that the quality of just the waterways isn't good. It's not acceptable just to have 24, 29, 28-inch northern pike as we saw in the previous post. Now, compare this to western New York and what they do with stalking. Remember that 48-incher we busted last fall on September 6th. Also include this one that's about to come. Enjoy. I'm going to be taking photographs of this thing with my phone, and we're going to be doing everything. Hold on. Now here is a shot of me holding the fish. I have edited it because I don't really want to waste all your time watching minutes and minutes of footage. Oh, girl, are you heavy, baby? Oh, girl, are you heavy? This is a girl. I see some marks on her. But she is just so big. Look at that. Look at that. This is a great birthday present, I'll tell you. Wow. This is how they get them right in western New York. They stalk them right. We stalk them wrong in PA. And I'll be blogging about this on my next result and post. We gotta go home. That's it. You ain't gonna be. Okay, and we will get moving on from there.
This is heavy.
We've got to wait on the fish. Let the sun hit it. 27.8, 28.5, 28.5 on that muskie. So why is it again that our muskie program falls short? Well, other states nearby us like New York can get it right. I did discuss in the PA Muskie program improvement strategies why our state fails where others had success. You might want to revisit that to get some of the reasons, but I'll build off of that. One of the big reasons we have failures in our state is we try to turn pike lakes into muskie lakes. And according to the research that has been done by various Department of Natural Resource agencies in various states that do heavy stocking of muskie, this is not a good idea. I did some research. You can fact check me if you like, but I'm going to condense everything I found into the following reasons why it's never good to do what Pennsylvania does far too often in stocking muskie in pike lakes. The cons are basically pike spawn earlier than muskie. Pike spawn from 40 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit water temperature. Muskie typically spawn 49 to 59 degrees Fahrenheit. So what this means is when your pike fry spawn, your pike spawn, eggs hatch and you have fry. The naturally reproduced pike fry have the opportunity to get bigger and get a jump up on the muskie that will try to reproduce later. It may be they hatch, maybe they don't, but when they do, the muskie are at a competitive disadvantage because the pike that have already spawned are bigger. Okay, the babies that the pike from the pike spawn are bigger. They got hatched earlier, they got a jump start. Another reason why it's not really going to work out for muskie to be stocked in pike lakes is sometimes male pike, if they do get muskie to actually get mature, male pike will become too amorous, we'll call it, really horny, and spawn with female muskie, and you'll get a sterile tiger muskie hybrid. So even if the muskie do survive and reach maturity and try to spawn, they could spawn with northern pike, and you could have hybrid tiger muskie. Another reason would be pike are also ambush predators like muskie and compete for the same food or forage base and the same ambush structure points and territory. And this is key. Think about it this way. Every waterway has a carrying capacity. It's a biological concept from biology back in high school or middle school when you were a kid. The carrying capacity of a waterway determines how many predatory fish can live in a lake. If you already have an established population of northern pike that are adult sized, that are feeding off the carrying capacity of that forage base, and they've reached that carrying capacity, when you throw another type of predator that is almost analogous or almost the same as a northern pike, that hunts the same way using ambush hunting strategies, and therefore hunts in the same areas, and is competing for the same forage bases of food, well, it's kind of hard to be successful introducing a new species that's going to fight for a species that's already occupied that part of a food web, if you can think back to biology there. So that's one of the reasons there. And also the muskie that are put in are pen raised, and relatively when they first come out, not so smart. Vis-a-vis the northern pike that were born naturally had to fight to survive their whole lives. Also, the larger native pike, especially the ones in the 30-plus inch class or the high 20-inch class, will probably eat the fingerling stock muskie. If you get them between 11 and 14 inches now, maybe the ones the state that are putting in between 11 and 14 inches long won't be eaten, but in the past when they were about this long, yeah, they're getting eaten by the larger pike. So again, these are reasons why I found the muskie cannot be introduced successfully in many cases in pike lakes. And if you look at the electro surveys for some of the lakes where we stock muskie that have northern pike, like Conneaut Lake would be a great example, they'll shock, 30 northern pike. They'll shock 2 muskie when they do their surveys. Okay. Another one might be Yellow Creek Lake, which they actually took off the muskie program. Full of northern pike. Muskie couldn't make it. I know a lot of my viewers from southeastern Indiana County, where I used to teach, are probably hearing this and saying, yeah, there's a lot of pike in Yellow Creek. Never could get muskie there. And there are other cases and other examples that I'm sure come to mind for all that have been muskie and pike fishing in Pennsylvania. But I won't want to go on too long. I want to condense this as much as I can, make it a good post, and get some feedback from you guys. Thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you don't. Please subscribe, and I'll put these individual footages of the muskie, of the northern pike, up on a new muskie/pike playlist. Have a nice day. I will keep up with this. It's going to be a little less frequent than before, but I'll keep posting periodically as I get time. Safe travels, and I hope you have the best of luck out there in the field fishing. Till next time, goodbye.